Hello, hello, hello. This is Pharaoh and welcome back to the Lord of the Rings Waterpark. And today we're building a wave pool of, with an epic view from the movies and I think instantly recognizable. And this was what I was working towards when I already was making the lazy river. And the little water that's on top of the lazy river, I wanted to go towards that wave pool. And if you like wave pools, maybe leave a like and maybe consider subscribing to the channel. There's more Lord of the Rings Waterpark episodes coming. And maybe we should even change the name because Lord of the Rings Waterpark doesn't sound like a great name for a water park, but I digress. So I'm trying to work out where the wave pool is going at the moment, and trying to get a natural plateaus down towards the wave pool. I wanted to have it lower so we can have the Argonath, as those two kings are called, to the end of the wave pool. It's the big statues that they row next to when in the first movie when they come from Galadriel and had their presents and their cloaks and their lembas bread. And that's what we're trying to make here. Now, I did need a few attempts to make the wave pool and do it correctly, but eventually I get this gradual wave pool that goes up towards the end of the park. At first, this wave pool was way too long, and I really needed to make it a bit shorter. I tried to get this wave pool shape that it goes out, fans out at the end. I'm not 100% convinced I made it the way it should be, but it's okay. I reworked the edges with the stone and work them away. This is a little bit less of a natural pool. I keep the bottom that blue color. Well, not this blue color, but the concrete blue color. Or teal, it's more teal. Just to keep it going. This is pre-patch. So here I'm still copying wave machines to make bigger waves. It was the first time I'm actually making a wave pool, so I had to do a bit of experimenting and copying over, but eventually we get some waves, and especially after the patch, because the last part of this video is made after the patch, the waves looked way better, and I probably can tinker a bit more with that, or not, but because I probably won't forget it. This is going to be a little bit of a shorter episode. Christmas is coming for everybody, and I also... Christmas is a very busy month for us. My partner has her birthday coming weekend, and then Christmas. Work is busy because of Christmas vacation. We're working towards Christmas vacation, and so I'm trying to get at least an episode in before all the holiday stuff comes in. Here you can see also I'm already putting in the natural water. However, as you can see here, the waves that come through the natural water, the dark natural water, it doesn't look good. So I decided to put in the rough water, and that looks a little bit better. Because the waves just have a better look like that. I decided the pool is a little bit big, and I decided to trim it down quite a bit and to make it a bit more nice, so to say. And that is for the best. Editing pools is not my greatest skill in this game. Like the bathing, I still need to learn a lot about using all the tools in the correct order, and I added some more wave machines to get the bigger waves, but now you can see the waves actually reach the other side of the pool. So I now need to put in some pathing to get people into the pool, and there was also a little bit of a challenge because the pathing was not doing what I wanted, and you know, sometimes you just roll with the dice. I do roll with the dice, and I just decided to put in some pathing, like you can see here, and you know, there was pathing laying there, and I can work around it, and that's exactly what I did for this area. I used just a lot of the Mediterranean stone to cover up a lot of the pathing and everything, and yeah, eventually that just works for me. I also decided to put in a little wade pool just to the side. There was so much room left over that I kind of wanted a splash pad / wading pool. It's not really a splash pad because I'm not putting in too many toys and stuff. So I decided to make it more like a hot spring type wade pool. I don't know if those things are real, but I thought that was a good idea. Here I'm building more doors, see, puns. No, just kidding. And yeah, now I have the pool and the setup kinda. I'm just terraforming and trying to figure out how we are going to make everything look. Now I know the river goes on in between the Argonath. I'm not doing that. I'm making a wall behind there because I know what's coming behind the wave pool, and I can't put in a whole river veering off, and you know, then I should make a break in the pool and then have it continue on the other side, and just in my mind it doesn't work, so I kept it like that. So here I'm trying to build the little wave pool, the little splash pad pool, not the wave pool, the splash pad pool, and get that in there. And it's like I said, it's not a super special pool. It's just a little pool that we add to give this area a little bit more entertainment value. And entertainment value it gets eventually because there's a lot of people coming in. I'm just trying to work out if I can add more paths. This is it. The paths are a mess on this side, and I will admit that I normally try to work a little bit more cleanly, but you know, I kind of, while I was doing the paths, had the idea, well, if I use the Mediterranean rocks to put it all over there, I could probably make a nice area out of it. And that's basically what I wanted. I want the Argonath there as the main attraction, main feature, and then just put a lot of nature work around there, and add a few sprinkles and barrels to the little wade pool over there. So now it's time to put in and build the Argonath. And you know, that's a challenge for me. I'm not used to doing a lot with art shapes, so this is at the moment the best I can muster. I had a few pictures open for reference. There's a lot of pictures going on, and I just try to get, you know, the vibe of the Argonath. This is the rope. I'm trying to make the flow of the rope with just these square pieces, and it's tricky. Like I said, I'm not really a art shape builder, so but it was a nice fun challenge to give myself. It's changing the light so I can at least build a bit more in with light, so I can see more what I'm doing. I was really scared that if I used all these just the same gray color, that the Argonath would look very flat, but in the end it works out. And here I'm just trying to make its sleeve and have a start here for what I wanted to build. And I put it in his hand, and I will be tweaking around with that hand. But I also realized, you know, these are these big statues. They're going to be in the background of the wave pool. It doesn't have to be 100% like the movie or like the way people wanted them to see. And I just, at the moment, build what they see. There are, as far as I can see, they are a little bit set into the rock in the movie as well. So I decided to just build what I really needed and not overdo it in detailing. So I think I get the correct vibe at the end. I'm working on his head and the crown, and here you can see me zoom out just to see, okay, does it look good from a distance? That's the only test I need for this. Does it look good from a distance? And the more I was building, the happier I got. Is it perfect? No. Are there probably people that can do it way better than me? Yes. But to be honest, I think for a non art shape builder, this is quite a decent effort. And from the start, I had that Argonath Wavepool in my head, and I really, really wanted to build it. But I was getting over having that hump, like, oh, I need to build those statues. Can I do it? Do I want to do it? And I was a bit procrastinating on it, but I'm really, really happy that I did it. You can see me scale up the hand. It's just me, like, okay, maybe if his hand is a little bit bigger, it works better, you know. Take time to look at your build and zoom out and give it. And if you're not happy with it, maybe do something else in between and do a few other things so you can then look at it with some fresh eyes. That always works for me. It's the same. I paint a lot. For paintings, that also works like that, and it just goes really well. So this is the right statue of the Argonath, and he's holding a sword. So I'm here holding a sword, and yeah, just getting everything worked out. And slowly but surely, I'm just building everything that you see from the statue before it gets buried into the stone. And yeah, here you can see me place it and try to figure out if it's big enough. Thought it was a bit too small, so I sized it up, and as soon as I put it in that wave pool next to the wall, I knew this was going to work, and I was really, really happy. Here I'm already trying out with the stones, just like, okay, does it work if I embed it into the stone? And yeah, that gives it a far more better look. And now it's over to the second one. And for the second one, I just started with copying because they're basically holding the same hand forward. So I don't need to change that. I just need to get the vibe of the other one correctly. He has no beard, so there goes the beard. And just trying to work out how this is going to work. And the left one has his right arm forward, leaning on the rocks. So this is where I'm trying to work out how that is going to look. And I also needed to work out how his backside would look. And you know, there's a lot of pictures of the Argonath from the same side, and it's hard to see his backside. But I'm trying just filling it up, just realizing that it doesn't need to be that exact if we don't see it a lot in the movies and stuff. So, you know, I'm just filling it up. What I did see was that it has more folds on the front. So I'm actually trying to make those folds. That's what you're seeing me doing here. So it has that distinct difference in next in comparison to the other one. That's the words I was looking for. Not English, Dutch. And then I'm slowly working it out. And then, of course, he needed a big sleeve because he has his hand out, and from what I could see on the picture, it was a big sleeve. And I'm slowly getting the vibe that with the squares I can make a nice shape of fabric, express the fabric texture, and yeah, I think it works. It's within the context of it, it works, and then it's done. It's like I said, it doesn't need too much, and when I embed it here into the wall, it just looks really nice. I also realized that the hills were a bit high, and of course we want the highest point to be that backside of the Wavepool where the Argonaths are. So I decided to lower the cliff faces quite a lot, and then fill everything up with stone, which grounds the Argonath inside this area. It makes them really sit into the landscape, interact with the landscape, instead of it being just a few art shapes smacked on top of the ground. Yeah, here I'm checking out the perspective and being really, really happy with how it looks. And now mostly what's left is just decorating, getting those sides working. Trees. I decided to go for pine. Felt like it fitted for this area, so just putting in a lot of pine trees to get a nice frame for the two statues. I decided here's a thing. Here's trying out and getting rid of things. I put the trees all around. That was my first idea. I'm gonna put the trees all around, and then when I look back, like here, and then I removed them again because I thought the opening in between them made way more sense for the shape of the statues, and I thought the trees on top were a bit too distracting, making a too noisy background. So I think this was a better choice. Now, as you know, there is no waterfall in between them, but in our water park there is, because like I said, I can't have a river continue on the backside for what I have planned for the rest of the park. The park is maybe 3-4 episodes, and then it's done. I'm not looking to make this a very enormous project, but I am already thinking about the next water park I want to make, because I'm actually having a lot of fun with these water parks. And maybe just something realistic, tropical, cabana, tropics water park. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And now I'm just implementing more and more of that Mediterranean stone to get more and more a vibe in. And I do have to say, it looks really well. And here I'm enjoying the site again, and now it's coming together. I'm just using the Mediterranean stone to fill up the gaps in our pathing. Makes the area look a bit more dynamic if it's not all pathing and all stuff. So gaps, and just filling it up with a lot of Mediterranean stone, and yeah, that works really well. And I'm also now getting towards that wade pool, and here I am still thinking, okay, what should I do with the wade pool? Do I want to make it a kiddie pool? No, because I have another idea for a really kiddie splash pad. And I was like, am I going to make this a splash pad as well? No, because I want to make a different splash pad. So I decided to make it a bit more, I wouldn't say serious, but getting more of a steam, it's a warm spring path. And even I decided to let it interact with the backside of our Shire pool, the first one we built, and give it a nice wall. And I'm using that jetty piece to make that work. And here you can see how that is implemented, and it just gives it a little bit of extra. I was considering more rocks, but I think that little break of having the jetty pieces there really worked well to make it a bit more interesting. And eventually, I even gave me an idea to how to have it a bit more interaction and activity with the other side as well, which you will see in a moment. Eventually, it's just placing more and more trees, trying to frame this side of the park and getting it a better look, and just trying to make it look nice. This is a fun technique I love to use. It's putting a lot of dense bushes on top of rocks and make it look like it's some kind of ground there, and then put in a few trees to make it look more natural, and instead of just using the ground. I don't know. It's something I prefer, and I think it looks just that little bit better. Back to our little wave pool, and here you can see tentatively I'm trying to put in a few barrels, but I'm still thinking of what should I do with this pool. And you can see me turn around the camera like, okay, maybe I should have a more think. Okay, let me put in some more rocks while I'm thinking about what to do with the little wade pool. And I was even contemplating removing it again, but I also thought it needed something extra there, and I also wanted to do a wade pool because I didn't have one yet. But eventually we are getting there. Here I simply put a tree in the middle of the path. It works. Let's not make it too complicated. And here you can see me meditating on what to do with that pool. And eventually I decide to simply put in some effects. Some mist. Or, is it called mist? Smoke? I forgot what it's called. Fog? I don't know. But it makes it look like it's a warm, hot wade pool. Warm wade pool. Put in a few sprinklers. Here I'm just cycling through all the effects to figure out what's there. But I decided to put a few of these effects in. And then I was like, okay, I need to do something with the back. And eventually I figured, you know what? If I just use these barrels, size them up, make it look like they are deeper and going inside the area. It looks like the top pool is feeding into this wade pool, and just putting with a few simple effects, just having this flowing water, and then maybe you go into the wade pool, and then this warm water comes up to you, and you can feel how that warm water. You can have it flow over you. Yeah, I just felt like, okay, this feels like something that works for this park. And then slowly but surely I'm finishing up by putting in some lights, putting in some bins and benches, and then be very happy about what I made. So let's do a little tour. There's our Shire pool. And when you walk down, you go towards the wave pool and the wading pool. This is in the new patch, and you can see everybody is suddenly is packed here. But here you can see the little wade pool and how it works for people. I think it's fun. For some reason the guests are not getting in, but I think it's really fun. And then when we walk towards the backside there, you get that big view of the Argonath standing there at the wave pool, our popular wave pool. And I'm really, really happy with how this episode went. Even though it's a little bit of a shorter one, I hope you guys like it too. Leave a like if you like it. And for now, I'm gonna say bye-bye. Bye-bye.